Hey guys, I'm very excited to tell you all about the brand new 2022 release by Roja called Apex. Here we go. Hey guys, it's great to see you all. Welcome to my channel, Kristen Rocks Frags. My name is Kristen and it's time to talk fragrances. If this is your first time checking out my channel, please be sure to like and share this video and don't forget to subscribe. So it has been a little while. I'm sorry, I've just been busy working, building up our new business with my husband, working in my family's business and working on music and trying to keep up with the insanity going on in the world. So it's been a lot to balance and I apologize I haven't been as consistent, but I'll definitely be getting back into reviewing for sure. So it's great to see you all. I've still been collecting, of course, and having fun and trying out a bunch of beautiful scents, so I'm really excited to share them. So this particular one I'm excited to talk to you about is called Apex by Roja. And here he is. And I will put up a pic of the box. I decided I'm no longer doing the boxes. I had a great time and chucked all the boxes that I had. And I have to say it was really satisfying. I think Big Beard Business has a good thing going on. The box. I agree. So it just felt good. I'm not doing the clutter anymore. So I'll put up a picture so you can get an idea of the presentation. But let me show you the bottle, the fun part. It's definitely a beautiful bottle. I love the way it's so clean and modern at the same time. You got that cool, kind of goes black and then it fades into a beautiful deep green. So you got your information on the bottom. And I really like the cap, that matte black finish, very cool and modern. So it definitely has the look of the Parfum Cologne collection. So it's kind of similar with that look. So I apologize that I can't find whether it's an EDP or a Parfum Cologne. It doesn't say anywhere on the bottle itself, and I couldn't find a clear clarification on their website or even on Fragrantica, so I apologize if I'm missing that. If one of you guys know, definitely comment below and let us know. I'm guessing it's a Parfum Cologne, like their Parfum Cologne collection, which I love. So like I said before, this was released in 2022, this year. Of course, the perfumer is Roja Dove himself. And this is like a very modern take on a chypre, woody aromatic kind of scent. And the price retails for about $290 US. I had to convert it from euros to that, so it's around that, 288.90, I think was the exact amount. So, yep, so around 290, 300 bucks. Not too bad. So let me get to the notes for you guys, and then I'll start, describing it and let you know my thoughts. So at the top, we have lemon, bergamot, mandarin, and orange. And then at the heart, we have jasmine, cistus, pineapple, and pineapple. It's funny that I wrote my notes out. The base, we have galbanum, elemi, patchouli, this is a lot of them here, oak moss, rum, tobacco, cypress, fir balsam, juniper berry, cashmere wood, sandalwood, benzoin, amber, frankincense, labdanum, leather, ambergris, musk, and musk. Yep, I took it directly off their website, so I think Fragrantica might have been a little bit different, so I wanted to make sure I got it exactly the way it was. So let me do a spray and let you know my thoughts. pounds. So it's a decent sprayer, kind of wide, but it's not the kind where you can like control the pressure. Some of them have that. This is just kind of a regular sprayer, but gets the job done. So at the top, it's a very nice, bright opening, very citrusy, has a little bit of that tartness of the bergamot. I almost get like a slight minty peppermint feel, but it's not listed. But the top kind of gives me that. I'm not sure if that's maybe the cistus. Maybe that would give it a little bit of like an herbal, mentholated feel. I don't really notice the pineapple too much. I'm guessing maybe that's what gives it a bit of the sweetness and I guess a little bit of a fruitiness, but it's not, prominent. You know, like when I first saw the note breakdown, right? You always think of a certain scent when you see pineapple, but no, nothing like that. Don't worry about that. So, as it dries down, it starts to get a little bit spicier, woodier, and darker. So, for the beginning of the wear, it's a little bit brighter, fresher, crisp, a little bit fruity, and a little bit very aromatic, herbal. And then, like I said, so when it dries down, see now it's starting to darken a little bit. It's getting like a tiny bit resinous with that elemi, but I love how the oak moss really shines through on this one. I love chypras and very green scents. I've been hooked on green scents for the last year or two especially. I think that's really where I've been going into those old school fougere aromatics, chypras, all that kind of good stuff. So definitely is going green. The color of the bottle really portrays the scent well. So I don't really notice the tobacco too much, maybe a little bit, because in the dry down, like much later, a few hours into the wear, it almost gets a slight animalic, dark, deep feel, a little bit earthy for sure, woody, like I said. I don't really notice the rum either. I don't get a boozy thing, but maybe that helps give it like that rich, sexy depth going on there. Fir balsam, yes, I think that's pretty noticeable. It definitely has that green, coniferous feel. It's beautiful. Cypress. The juniper berry might give it that bit of that sharpness, which I love. I love juniper berry. A lot of the scents that I like with juniper berry have like a very sharp feel to them, so maybe that gives it that a little bit. Because this one kind of cuts for the first couple of hours, maybe the first hour or two. The sandalwood, as it dries down, it gets a little bit smoother and creamy, but I think this still keeps that kind of sharpness with the juniper berry and the oak moss and that kind of, like I said, the way it cuts. I think that it stays kind of a little bit more rugged and manly rather than like smooth and creamy. But I definitely say the dry down is a little bit smoother and creamier than the top for sure. The frankincense and the labdanum, that probably gives it that bit of spice that I'm getting. I love the leather. I'd say that's pretty noticeable too in the dry down, because like I said, it gets a little bit darker and deeper, a little bit manlier and rugged, a little bit more of a darkness there. I'm guessing the ambergris is probably the biggest thing that gives it the slight animalic feel. So that combined with the leather and the musk probably gives it that slight animalic vibe. But yeah, this is really sexy. I'm really enjoying this. I've been wearing this quite a bit lately. I've had this for a couple weeks now, and it's just really good. It's been nice because of this crazy weather. It's been fun seeing how versatile it is and trying it in different, temperatures on a rainy day, different weather situations. So like today's a little bit on the warmer side, about 60, and I think it's doing very well. When I first wore it, it was really cold. So, all right, let me get into the performance a little bit. So, the opening is pretty big and in your face. I'd say for the first half hour to an hour, this projects pretty well off your skin. I'd say it's pretty beastly. You know, it's not like their fetish or something like that. That's just insane nuclear, especially their paper label. I don't know if I'd say it's that big, but I'd say this is definitely on the bigger, bolder side when it opens, definitely in your face. But pretty quickly, it starts to sit closer to your skin. The overall longevity, I would say, is about 6 to 8 hours. But I'm thinking around the third or fourth hour, at least to me, I feel like it's not there. So when I first wore it, I was like, oh, you know, I didn't really think it lasted long. But when your skin heats up, even hours later, it's like, oh, there he is. He's still there. So he lets you know he's still hanging around. But I think this is more of a close kind of scent bubble, especially after 4 hours, at least after 4 hours. But I would say, you know, around this 7th, 8th hour, it's probably completely gone. But it's definitely one that, like I said, it reminds you that it's there even hours later. So season-wise, I think this will shine the most in spring and fall. But I think if you control your sprays, this could be a very nice signature scent that can be worn all year round. Because it's great that you get a nice, satisfying variety of notes going on. You get your citruses, you get your aromatic feel, you get your freshness, but then you get your spicy depth, woody, you know, and the woodiness and that sexiness. So it's very satisfying where, yeah, see now it's getting darker and spicier. Yummy, really delicious. So now that it's like really drying down, and if you go up close, that tobacco I would say is a little more noticeable now, but I don't know if it's one that, if it's something you just really notice, like it's not as prominent as, you know, other tobacco scents. Like it gets a little bit drier in the dry down, you know, a little bit spicier. So it's not like a gooey tobacco, you know, like Harry, where it's kind of like smooth and almost like a gooiness to it, I find. So it's definitely a different feel. You know, it's not even like Enigma, where it's kind of got like a boozy tobacco feel a little bit, and, different than that. So I like how this definitely does its own thing. So the scents that it does remind me of, it slightly reminds me of Elixir, you know, by Dior, Sauvage Elixir. That's definitely a big seller on our Dior company perfume. And it's, so I smell that one quite a bit when my husband and I are spraying that one. And that one's, yeah, I love that one. So it's if you like that scent, I think this is definitely worth a try for sure. I love how that's just beautiful, big, sexy, bold fougere in a very modern way. And that's kind of what you're getting here. Even though that one I found a little bit more of like a lavender feel going on, which that's not in here. So, so it's a little bit different. Then, I don't know if you guys tried that newer release by Polo. I think it came out last year. The Polo Green, that Cologne Intense, the new one that came out. And that one was good. Definitely check out my review on it. It was good. It's not a bad scent, but it wasn't quite what I was hoping. You know, there's no way it'll beat the original, no. But I mean this in a polite way, but I feel that this scent is what Cologne Intense wanted to be. You know what I mean? So if you like that scent, but you felt that it just maybe wasn't at the quality you were looking for, or it just maybe wasn't as interesting as you would hope, but you kind of liked the idea of it and that modern twist that it took on the original, I think you should definitely try Apex, because it definitely takes that modern chypre fougere kind of feel, you know, that green aromatic scent, and gives it a really sexy but modern feel. You know, age-wise, I think this is a slightly mature scent, but I think someone like in their 20s could pull it off. But I'm curious if some in high school would wear it. It might be a little on the expensive side, but hey, why not wear a fancy scent? You know, make it your signature scent. The girls will definitely like it. That's for 20s and up, I think, is ideal for this scent, because as it dries down, it does get a little bit on the more mature side, but it's still very modern, very crowd-pleasing, very accessible. And I think this will definitely be a compliment getter. So, you know, if you're looking for something overly complex and unique, this might not, you know, tickle your fancy too much. But if you want something that has a little bit of a unique twist but is still crowd-pleasing and accessible, this is definitely worth trying. Like I said, it's very versatile, especially with the wear. You know, like I range from 3 to 5 sprays, depending on the situation and the weather. So occasion-wise, I think this would be a really yummy date scent, really sexy, especially because, like I said, it's not a beastly scent. It's something a little bit that sits closer to you, that's a little bit more inviting. It brings people closer to you to really get the scent. I think it'd be perfect for that. But I think because it is, you know, not overbearing throughout the wear, I think it could work in the office. It definitely has a professional, well put together feel about it. You know, like I said, it's a little bit sexy, but I don't think it's overly to the point where it's like too playful for a professional setting. So I think it's really versatile. I think formal, daytime, night. I think a little bit more of a night personally, but you can get away with it in the day for sure because of that freshness that it has in the citruses. It still keeps it kind of bright and you know, and crisp and green. But you get those yummy little nighttime notes too, like the rum and the tobacco, things like that. So overall, I think this is a beautiful release. I'm really enjoying this one. You know, Roja just doesn't make a bad scent. I haven't really tried anything where I'm like, oh my God, that's terrible. Like, you just can't, you know. I got my favorites, of course, but yeah, I'm really enjoying this one. I'm really excited to hear your thoughts on it. I think it is a compliment getter. I got a compliment, I think the second or third time I wore it. I wore it to a family get-together, and I went to hug one of our family members who just arrived, and you know, I was playing with my nieces and nephews, and so you would think the scent would have been gone by then, but I went to hug her family member, and she was like, oh my God, you smell so good. So I was like, ooh, all right, it is still there, because like I didn't notice it at all anymore. Like, I had no idea that, you know, I thought for sure it was gone. So just because you think it's gone, don't think he is. He's still there. So, and like I said, if your skin warms up, he really makes a nice appearance again. So I think I'm really excited to see how he does in the summer, you know. So yes, that was my review of Apex by Roja. So I hope you enjoyed it. Definitely let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Have you guys tried it? Do you like it, love it, or hate it? Definitely let me know. So thank you so much for your support, guys. I really appreciate it, and it's great to see you all. And of course, if you guys want to give them a try, definitely head over to our website, perfume.com, and don't forget to use my promo code. I have it down in the comments below, so to get 15% off. So definitely, or my discount code, sorry. So definitely check this one out. Thank you very much, guys, and have a wonderful day of smelling good. See you soon.